Hi, Chinwendo here. In today's episode, we'll be talking about what is authenticity. So, we are living in a time of the Spirit. So, this is what necessitates authenticity. This is why authenticity is becoming a household name in our world today, because we are no longer living in the world that we used to live at least 4 or 5 years ago. We are living in a different world now. We live in a time of the Spirit, and a time of the Spirit requires authenticity, truth, genuineness. So this is why authenticity has become a thing now. So what then is authenticity? Authenticity is living according to how I see it. Apart from the fact that it means something that is genuine, it means something that is truth, it means the quality of being truthful or genuine in your dealings in life. How I see it, because to me life is spiritual naturally, then we are in the time of the Spirit. So for you to be living your authentic life, that means for it to truly be genuine, that means you have to be living from your authentic self. So this is why I define authenticity as living from your essence in its untethered state. It is living from your core in its undiluted form. It is also living with brutal honesty towards yourself. It is living the truth of who you are, no matter what it looks like. So I have so many definitions of it, but I'm just going to leave you with these 4. So authenticity to me is a spiritual journey. It is not just about what is within you being what you're displaying. No. So this is why I said earlier, it has to be that you are living from your authentic self for it to truly be authenticity. Because if you're not living from your authentic self, if you're living from just from your ego self, or from your just displaying whatever that comes from within you, that can be described as living your authentic life. Because for it to be authenticity, it has to be that you're living from your authentic self. So what then is your authentic self? Your authentic self is your spirit. Your authentic self is the true you, the real you. So your authentic self is your spirit, the part of you that says I am. That is your authentic self. So it is living life from that part of you, that deeper part of you. That is what authenticity is. That's why the first definition said in its untethered form, because now you have to untether your soul to get to that deeper part of you, to be able to live from that place. So this is why healing is very, very, very important in your authentic living journey. So healing here is how you untether yourself. This is how you get to your authentic self itself. So I always say that your authentic self is God, because we all are divine emanations of God. We are all they will say bits and pieces of God. So I and God are one. You and God are one. I am you, you are me. There is only one of us, and that is that which we call God. And we all are that which we call God. So that means the real you, your authentic self, is God. So when you see it that way, a lot of things will change about how you perceive life. So as I said earlier, authenticity is a spiritual walk. It's a spiritual journey. It is not just any living anyhow. It is a spiritual journey. So when you live your authentic life, it means you are bringing intention. You are living intentionally. You are no longer living in an unconscious manner. You are living consciously. So this is what it means. So it is our natural and original disposition to life to live authentically. So because of the way the world functions, because of how all this the life the society function and everything, so the life was now recreated in such a way people don't live their authentic life. They live in conformity. So the systems of the world will have you living in conformity, forgetting who you are. So your journey back to your authentic self is about remembering who you are and coming back home to yourself, then living from there. Owning yourself, owning your mind, becoming your own authority, being self-authoring. So this is how you live your authentic life. So it is something that reflects in every aspect of your life, just the way you live your life, in your business, in everything you do. So this is how it reflects in everything you do. So you are just to yourself in everything you do. How you are inside the house is how you are outside, because now you are living from your real self, your authentic self. So it has now become your persona. You no longer have persona for this, for that, and all that. So it is a being thing, not a doing thing. So what I mean by that is, when you're living in conformity, it is a doing thing, you're doing it. But when you are being yourself, you are being. So that's why we are human beings. We don't do. You are not a human doing. So you are returning to your original self, in your most natural self. So your authentic part, or your authenticity, living an authentic life, is living according to your natural form. What it means is returning. When you are remembering yourself, it means returning to your nature, to your originality, to your natural form. So all these things we are doing about, like living our authentic life, about our spiritual work, on learning things, relearning things, and all that, healing, our healing journey in general, is for us to return to our original nature, to return to our natural rhythm of life. So authenticity is actually living according to your natural rhythm of life. It is dancing to the music of your soul. So when you are doing that, you will know. Once you start dancing to the music of your soul, you will know, because you will be in alignment with God within you. So it is a beautiful place to be. You are returning to your originality as you are awakening to your authentic self. So it is a flow. Your life just become a ceaseless flow, because now you are riding the original rhythm of your life. So you are not a kind of paddling upstream or walking up the mountain. It's as if you are just flowing with the stream, with the current of the water. So your life flows in a cosmic unison and in oneness with God. So your authenticity is where you are at your most natural, as I've said earlier. It is where you just flow naturally. This, like, when I mean flowing naturally, I don't mean that there may not be like challenges on your path and all those things. No, that's not what it means. But once you enter that natural flow of your life, you will know. Nobody will need to tell you that. So this is why it is difficult for some people to return to it or even understand it, because we have been programmed to work harder. Everything has to be hard. But now you're returning to ease and natural flow of your life. So some people won't really understand it because of having been living in survival mode for a very long time. So this is not anyone's fault, but just because of how we have been made to see life and all that. So we want to do our way into everything. We do our way into being deserving, into being accepted and all that. So we think that's how life works. So, but you can't do your way into those things. More importantly, authenticity. You can't do your way into authenticity. You simply be it, because it is your very essence on display. It is impossible to do who you are. You can only be who you are. there is ego authenticity and there is true authenticity. So I will talk more about it in my next episode. But so here I'll just touch it. Ego authenticity is when an individual has not done shadow work to heal and integrate their shadows, and so authenticity is, in that case, is congruency between what is within and what is without, no matter where it is flowing from, which is mostly from the lower self, the ego self. So, but true authenticity is the one I always talk about, which is living from your authentic self. God, you can't get to your authentic self without mind renewal or shadow work, as is popularly known. So when you have untethered your soul and gotten to your authentic self, that's when true authenticity is possible. So true authenticity is your true and only path. If you're not on it, then it is time to get back to it. No other lifestyle will suffice for the soul. Your soul cannot dwell in falseness. There is only truth within you. So when you are not living according to that truth within you, you will know, unless you are not in tune with yourself. So authenticity can mean living in tune with yourself, because now you are perceiving the truth within yourself and living as you are guided. So sometimes you will be led in ways that are logically, like it does not make sense to you logically, or sometimes that are even painful to your body, but still go with it because you don't know better than your higher self, your spirit. So you just have to go with it. In my life, I've had times that I was guided in things that I felt didn't make sense. I felt, oh, why am I being punished like this? But there's no punishment. So after some time, in retrospect, I will now get to see why I had to go through that and the growth that has happened as a result of that. So our higher self is there, and the small self is always trying to catch up with it. So it is not always easy for our ego self, because it complains about everything. So sometimes it likes comfort, it likes to remain the same. So whatever that will stretch it, it will start complaining and all that. So this is why it is very, 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 it is very, very necessary for you to live your authentic life, to always obey your inner guidance. So without it, you can truly be safe to be living your authentic life. So if you want to start your journey towards authenticity, but you do not know how, you can consider getting my book, Guide to Authentic Living. I will see how I can add the link here, or you can just go to Amazon or Stella and get it. But that's by the way. So in other subsequent episodes, I will start discussing how you can get back to your authentic self. So this is where I will be ending it here. Do like, share, and comment, and download and listen. And tell me what you think about this episode. Do have a wonderful evening. Bye.